Hey, what's up everybody? This is That Dysfunctional Gamer coming at you from TGN, a career path and video. So, you guys might be wondering, what the hell I'm doing in RFC? Well, to answer that question simply, I'm on a mission to instant level a monk to 80 once mop drops. And if you're still confused, it means that I am leveling 4 characters so that on the invited account that I currently have created, when they're 80 and mop drops and I can create that monk, I can get on those 2 characters and grant 40 levels apiece. Because if you're unfamiliar with the RAF rules, wow, I'm an idiot. I forgot to reset this instance. Oh well. Anyway, like I was saying, what I get to do, because the RAF, 2 levels means you grant 1 level. Now, being that RAF only goes up to 80, that means you can grant up to 40 levels. So you have to have 2 characters to do it. So, I'm doing a bunch of front-end work. And because, honestly, to me, that's the fastest way to go about, very quickly getting a max level monk, once mop drops. Because, let's face it, leveling is a pain in the ass, especially the early zones, and no one wants to do it. I know I don't. I don't want to go through all that shit again. I've done it way too many times. And it gets really, really old, really, really fast. So, here I am, exploiting the shit out of those bonuses. Now, on another note, what some people need to realize is if you plan on doing this, doing the RAF trick and then grant levels, you need to realize that your monk is going to be gearless. Unlike what happens when you do a scroll of resurrection, which we all know that Blizzard has said that scrolls will not work on monks because they have to be deactive for a certain amount of time or whatever bullshit. So that means that being said, it's not going to work on monks. So what do you have to do? Basically do what I'm doing. But also remember that your character is going to start with jack shit. It's not going to have any gear, because when you do that scroll, they give you template freaking eye level 232 gear based on what you say you want that character to be. When you grant levels, you're not going to have that. So you're essentially going to have a level 80 character and a level 1 starter gear. So, that being said, it would behoove you to go ahead and try and gather as much catacrafted gear or even level 80 BOEs that you can find for relatively cheap on the auction house, if it's possible. Of course, your other option is to just make the shit yourself, go farm the material, just so that you can have the chance to queue up for dungeons immediately if that's what you want to do. Your other option is to make sure that you have a full set of heirlooms, which means that if you want to be a DPS, you need to have those Agi heirlooms, and I would recommend 2 of the maces. And then if you are trying to be a monk healer, then you would want the druid caster heirlooms with the staff. And then of course, the trinkets are fairly self-explanatory. I'll go ahead and say it anyway. Get the haste ones if you're trying to DPS or tank. Get the freaking intellect ones if you're a monk healer. So, yeah. Now, obviously, some of those are obsolete at level 80, except for the helmet and the cloak heirlooms. But it's better than nothing, especially if you are not planning on queuing for dungeons right away at 80 because you want to, quest. And to be honest, considering that when mop drops, most people will probably getting on already max level characters anyway, you probably won't have much luck queuing up. So, that said, you're probably going to be reduced to questing as it is. So obviously you're going to want to have some gear already picked up. So, and you have options, like I said. You can craft gear that is either like Kata Green or Kata Blue or whatever the hell, assuming that it's level 80, or you go ahead and get hold of a bunch of freaking level 80 Wrath gear, which will give you something to start questing with. I mean, I wouldn't break bank trying to buy the shit. If you can farm it, cool. If not, you know, find a way. But just realize that you're gonna be gearless. You're not gonna have a damn thing. Okay, this is getting really annoying. I thought I could ignore it just for the time being, but I can't. It's gonna drive me fucking batty. Where's the party bars? Oh, wrong one. Herp. Alright, cool. That was getting on my nerves. I'm sure it was not aesthetically pleasing to all of you either. Yay. So yeah, I mean, in doing this with myself, I get the triple experience. Both characters have freaking heirloom gear, thankfully, because back in the day when I did this before on my other alts, only one of them had heirlooms, which was kind of annoying. So that means they leveled off balance. And if you're wondering why they each just dinged at different times, it's because I'm a retard and let one of them die because I wasn't paying attention. It happens. We're only human, right? Actually, no, we are robots. What the fuck ever. Get real. Anyway. So yeah, I need to level up 4 tunes. So it gives me the opportunity to level up what I don't have at near max level. Because I am one of those types of people. I used to raid lead. Me and Lil Beefy, y'all know him. He gave me a shout out, you know, on the damn giveaway video that he just did. By the way, I appreciate all of you showing some love and subbing to my channel. Hopefully I can keep you guys entertained. But I used to raid with him. Background on my raiding, I was a raid leader. I was a GM. I was actually an Iron during some of the glory days, the beginning, at the end of Wrath and the beginning of Kata, until they fell apart. And you know, Iron taught me a lot as far as just being really meticulous with raid awareness and strategies and all that good shit. So, you know, I started GMing more, making more strats, all that shit. And sadly I stopped because I was tired of essentially trying to, you know, I was tired of only having half good people and half not. I mean, when I raided with Tommy, we had a pretty good raid when I was raiding with Beefy. Except we had 2 people, and this was back in Firelands, who would constantly fuck up. One of them would constantly heroic leap into the goddamn hammers as he brought him down. I don't know. I'm talking about ad phase too, mind you. Or even when you're running away from the freaking... Oh my god, what are those things called? I'm already forgetting. Like when you have to go side to side because he spawns the shit, and then you gotta move because you leave shit on the ground. I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, this guy would heroic leap into the hammer or into death itself in general, which was freaking frustrating as all hell. And then our mage would, you know, make a lot of mistakes too. And it was the same shit over and over. So that raid fell apart. Beefy ended up going and doing his own thing. And the only reason it fell apart was because we couldn't find replacements. We actually had a group that was supposed to come and replace them, and then they never showed up. Apparently they decided to randomly quit the game, which kind of sucked for us. And then I tried to start another raid and had some pretty terrible players yet again. I mean, it's sad. It sucks when you meet people that, you know, when they speak about the classes and the game itself and know what they're talking about, you expect that they can also deliver, you know, like basically back that shit up. But that wasn't happening. One of them was constantly tunneling. One of them was just terrible DPS on the mage or whatever. And I mean, I have no hate against these people, but it was just frustrating. And then to top it off, not having a max level guild. So that's essentially, you know, my story. apologize for droning on and on and on and on and on. But I just felt like I should give you guys background on me when it comes to World of Warcraft. In the future, and looking forward in terms of mop and such, my main focus is going to be monking, not healing, because fuck healing. Healing can suck the nether regions of my ass crack. Yes. Just like that. But my main focus will be tanking, because that's what I am primarily, a tank. I took a break from tanking in DS because I was like, you know what, I'm tired of seeing bad DPS, so I'm going to go rogue, which I know how to play quite well. Not the best, but I'm most certainly not the worst. And, you know, because I don't want to give legendaries to a fucking terrible player. And as you notice, this character is 8 of 8 heroic, savior of Azeroth. Booyah, bitches. Sadly, it was kind of overdue because I had to go on hiatus as we were progressing. So, yeah, I got my kill a little bit late. But I executed perfectly when I was introduced. I didn't have to... Some people might be like, oh, bitch, you got carried. It's like, you know, a carry is when somebody gets given a kill and they either die right at the beginning of the fight or they just don't perform in general. Which, my thing is to always bring your best. Always bring your A game. I mean, I know there's days when you just, you know, kind of have an off day or whatever. It happens, but always own it. Always own your mistakes. It's just how I am. But, yeah. I will be mostly monk tanking. I will do a variety of other things because I'm really digging what they're doing with assassination rogues, and rogues in general, really, especially with that AoE finisher. That's fucking epic. And I want that DK PvP gear for the next season because that shit looks sick. So yeah, anyway, once again, shout out to my boy Tommy, aka Little Beefy. Also, shout out to all of you who, you know, do me the honor of viewing and listening to my very dysfunctional rants. And if you guys who are new to my channel enjoy my content, I do have quite the variety of content on my channel, including, by the way, creations that I am doing in my game design degree with the Unreal Engine, and soon I'll have some RPG Maker VX Ace work up as well. Well, show some love, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what you guys would like me to cover. Because, I mean, sometimes I run out of ideas, a lot of things are already covered, and so it's hard to think of things. But, I mean, if there's something that you guys don't understand, don't know how to do, like I said, I have 785s, I have combat rogue guide videos, I have an arms warrior rotation video even, you know, just for example. So just let me know. Anyway, I will be off now, and I will see you all next time.